All right, so let's start with the best bets, the recap from last week, UFC 298. Let's jump right on into it over here. Okay, good, it's working. I was a little worried. The triple play. That, of course, is where we gave the edge to a bunch of different fighters, of course, and then we put three of them together for the triple play. And last week, that ended up being Robert Whittaker, Ian Gary, and Ming Yang Zhang. I forgot what his first name was. Ming Yang Zhang. And that was a nice W for us. Whittaker, of course. Well, actually, they all easily got it done. I mean, Ming Yang Zhang did get a little beat up in there, but he still grabbed the first round KO. And that brings us to a 7-8 record for triple play. Pretty good with the 3-leg parlays. And we're back in the green. 0.27 with the triple play with the parlays. How about them apples, huh? Then we had the Grand Slam. That, of course, is where we have 4 legs instead of 3. 4 different fighters that I gave the edge last week, and then we put those together into the Grand Slam. That, of course, is what that is. Ignore the shiny part of my head there. It's very bright in here, so the lighting is a little bit off today, because of course we're headed into spring, so the lighting is a little bit weird. But anyway, I don't know why I'm saying that in this video. But anyway, next up, Grand Slam, of course, that ended up being Rinya Nakamura, Robert Whittaker, Volkanovski, and Merab. And of course, sadly, Volk was the one that lost it for us. Oh my god, I was truly devastated. I'm still devastated, honestly. That one stung quite a bit. So, of course, that ended up being lost. 3 out of 4 is pretty good, but sadly, that means absolutely nothing. So, that brings us to a record of also 7-8, but of course, because they are 4-leg parlays instead of 3, we're still at a profit of 1.7. So, we're in the green in both of the parlays. We're getting it done, folks. But, nothing substantial, but we're still in the green. So that's really all we want. Then, of course, we had the top dog, the best underdog of the week. And, I mean, probably not a surprise on this one, but only one underdog on the entire card cashed. That was Topuria. And as you can tell, considering I had Volk on the parlays, we did not win the top dog. I picked Kopylov, and he was actually doing pretty well, shutting down the grappling, looking pretty good, and then was taken down, had his back taken, and it was really just it from there. And like I said, only one underdog on the whole card cashed in, and that was Ilia Topuria. I did not have him, so we did not win that. But I mean, we're still at a pretty great record of 10-5. I mean, that's pretty insane for picking underdogs. Which means, yes, we lost a unit there, but we're still way in the green at 6.1 units. That is the cash cow of this series, for sure, is the top dog. Then, of course, the big one, it's the sniper pick. I mean, it was an easy one here. Like I said, 12 fights we had? So 11 out of the 12 favorites cashed in. The biggest favorite being Rinya Nakamura. I had literally no doubt in my mind he was going to win this fight. And even when I was watching it, even though it was a decision, there was no doubt in my mind he was winning that fight the entire time. So we went with Rinya Nakamura. We cashed that in. It was just one of those weeks where we were just getting a win. We weren't looking for much profit here. We just wanted the win. I put 12 units down, which is insane for most people, but I knew we were going to win, obviously. So at minus 1,200, that brings us 1 unit of profit. So, of course, the win brings us to 11-4. Again, still not great for me, but that's fine. And that brings us to 3.07. So, that Peterson loss tanked us, of course, with 7 units of loss in that one fight, which is what happens with this kind of strategy. But now, of course, we're slowly building ourselves back into the green eventually, hopefully, fingers crossed. So we've already got quite a few of those units back, which is what I was saying, you know? It looks bad when you lose one like that right away, especially, but then you just claw your way back because the sniper picks, they're the sniper picks for a reason, you know? Headshot, I get them all the time. All the time. I mean, 11-4, again, terrible record in my opinion, but it's what we're working with, so we'll just keep on plugging, getting those numbers back up. Hopefully we can get to something like 20-4. That would be fantastic. Anyway, easy dub, never doubted it. Just no finish, really, because Carlos Vera, pretty insane defense there. But, yeah, easy win. And that brings us all the way to exactly 5 units of profit. And if you don't remember, or if you don't know now, you know, 2 weeks ago, we were at 0, like just a straight up, you know, even number. Well, it was 007, so it was 0.07, but basically even. Now we've brought that up to 5 units. So we're rolling along. We're getting in the green. 2 weeks of profit in a row. Beautiful. That is all we can ask for. And that is it, of course, for the recap for Best Bets UFC 298.